Cool. Dude, I gotta remember to always actually pause this when I go AFK. Sometimes I take a break and go AFK and I forget to actually pause it. Time's ticking away. We're just gonna go to bed, yeah? We don't have Kim with us anymore. We can't really debrief. It's late. Go Betty Buys. We've got to pay for our room. We could talk to her now. She's here. We should talk to people when Kim's around, I think.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone or one of your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Do you know these guys personally?
No, there's nothing more mysterious than the Martinez trash collection service. Never know who's coming or when. Yes? Got the 20 real?
Come on, man, it's late. Do I really have to pay you again?
The breath catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once. After a moment, he speaks.
Do you have money tonight?
Yes.
Then you really don't need a free room, do you?
Was he actually considering doing it? He shakes his head and stops as a strange, new, cruel light rekindles in his features. Maybe we could have squeezed out of that
Here
one.
comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again.
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Not at all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice.
This isn't a choice. I have nowhere else to go.
You want a free place to sleep? Fine. You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is ready and waiting.
A new dimension of reality will open. A portal is this bed of waste. Sleep there and awaken elsewhere.
What does that mean?
It is not clear. All that is known is sleep in the trash and there is no coming back.
I kind of. Do you want to do it for a laugh and see what happens? I would have saved. Hopefully, I saved recently. Yeah. Well, there's a quick save. Oh, we haven't saved that recently. It's just a quick save. I kind of want to do it to see. I'll see what I can do.
You do that. If you can pay another 20 real, I'll give you the room again. If not, the garbage is yours. Free of charge.
Do you want to go sleep in the garbage to see what happens?
Is there anything you want?
It could be funny. Definitely want to save, though.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time?
We gave him the key, though,
And
didn't we?
yours.
I don't know if I can now. I don't know if we can get in there anymore.
Can I help
Oh,
you?
screw it. We'll just go to bed.
Got the 20 real. Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
We have a skill point again. We already did physical instrument. You get another fort or another skill point. Composure's pretty good. Get some composure. Just grabbing whatever's random. Whatever's good. Whatever seems good.
The door is closed. Still nothing. Still.
She's never there. Empty cassette case. So what else was there? Yeah, it was the, what was helping us find all this stuff? Perception, wasn't it? Perception's pretty good. Maybe put that up a little bit more as well. Are we able to get this look off our face yet? So look at our avatar, we look so wrecked. I reckon if we fix our face, something we might be better off talking to people.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Locked.
your face, adorned with the expression.
Interfacing. We should try to do that sometime.
The fan stands still. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to bed.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The
God.
waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
I'm surprised our problems as an addict haven't really come up too much. Like, I would have thought that we would sort of want to get at least a bit of a taste of some booze each day to sort of keep us going. We're going through like withdrawals or something.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Poor body. I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments? You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Could try looking at other people, really looking. Human beings will always betray you. I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Just our lovely sleep forts. We're a wreck. $7:30. Kim should be around.
The door is still.
+1 physique, -1 morale. Is that permanent? +1 physique, -1 morale. So we'll take a morale hit. +1 physique. Take that up to 2. 2, 2, 1, 1. Should we... Let's drink some. 7:30. How do I use it?
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore Red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
And what would be the repercussions if I take that sip?
Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
Take a sip.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Hey, well done. We did it. We're good at this.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
from the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Funky. Yeah, why did like all of that just go up 1? That's a huge boost. Maybe there's bigger repercussions to this booze, but like 1 morale, we can just heal a morale. Did all of that really just go up 1? That's pretty crazy. Booze good. That really did a lot of stat points for a morale that we can just increase. 7:30 in the morning, hitting the Commodore Red. Don't know if we should drink any more. Cool, and there's a couple of new people here. Here's Kim. We'll talk to Kim first. Good morning.
Yes?
Nothing to say about what you're up to last night. I guess he just took the body and that was it. Who are these people?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Winces, horse-faced woman. The legend of the horse-faced woman.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Damn, she does not like us.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
So what precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
The sunglass-wearing man pushes through his teeth. Look at this guy.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Okay, goodbye.
You look like shit.
Your ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses. See, I'm wondering if they're saying that because of how I look. Ooh, we've got a little boost. Ah, it is. It's a temporary. It's only for an hour. Okay, that did seem so strong to get all of those buffs.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
The last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Esprit de corps. Called your station. We've got stats
Watch
for
out
that,
for
don't we?
yourself.
Esprit de corps. Yes. And this? Are they the same slot? If we ever got some money, we should buy new clothes. It is pretty handy switching these around.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
58%?
There's something
Boo.
that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
I understand. The uniform is metaphorical. I'm actually seeing the working class, right?
I want to say, yes, I think.
No, I don't want to ask that.
Then don't. No one's forcing you.
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. A sad stack of shit next to someone far more proficient.
This guy sucks.
He didn't answer your question.
Now will you answer some questions for me?
No.
Don't you have to?
No, he doesn't.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now.
If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say, should we push this guy? He's already being dick. It probably doesn't matter if we annoy him too much. If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Figured as much.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere.
Dude, did I already feel
Custom
that?
even? Strange.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Cool shades. Are you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Okay, why not? So, do you know who? I don't know. Oh my god.
We're done with
there's
this
more.
guy. This guy's lame. If we get a stat point, I want to clean up my face if possible. Or look at whatever this weird mirror thing is. But what was the point that we needed? It was interfacing, wasn't it? To do this with the tool. So unlock the white check.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
We've got a few electrochemistry things, don't we? Kind of a lot. Still got this buff. 4.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Dude, it's still such
In
a
it,
low percent.
Your face. It's like
Whoa.
something snaps in you.
17%.
A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad
Oh, no, he just
old
looks
man
sad.
looks back at you.
We looked better before with the weird cheesy grin we had going on.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I should not do that. I'll make it priority. All of these are like yes. Except for I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Find smokes and smoke them. At least with these quests, even if we do it and take a hit of morale or whatever the downside is to having this stuff, that getting the quest done for it at least gives us a bunch of XP. Some of those forts disappear too quickly if you go sprinting. There's something there to think about.
The door is still. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going. Still, the lieutenant, he doesn't like where this is going. This door can only be opened.
Well, we got a lot of things to do. Let's see if there's any new dialogue with
Can
anyone.
I help you?
Got to talk to this lady.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Not going into all that. No, we were meant to investigate the
You see a heavy
some sort of thing back here, weren't we?
The man ponders
The
his
borscht.
cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
They're friends. What is in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising. Run your fingers through your hair.
Borscht need more vodka?
He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
I'll take our logic over our electrochemistry. We can't trust that guy. Turn the vodka up. No vodka. Cut it. Dude, I don't think I want to intervene with this. I'll leave the cooking to this guy.
The cook gives you a long, inspecting look, then shrugs too, and seems to wait for you to speak.
Wasn't particularly conclusive on anything. Alright, we know your name now, yeah?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Use our authority.
A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
Do not be restrained, so we should go ham. You said you're Mr. Everard's do et secure, Jeff machine.
He said no such thing. This isn't about me.
She accidentally raises her voice.
Calm down, everyone. Let's stay professional.
Dirty tactics, officer.
So these are all... What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't
It's all been
test
said
your
before.
authority.
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could.
Even
We've
Ahmad.
heard these.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
These are new. I've heard that line before, but these are new responses. You could be anything, you could even be a model. Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn. They aren't.
Her tone is cold and uninvolved.
This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists.
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
I was hoping we get more.
suggest-
Even though she
this.
had you caught her off guard.
No.
Don't know if that accomplished much.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Establish authority. Don't think we're going to hit that.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one.
About fucking...
Nothing too exciting there. Right. Got lots to do. We've got a new area to explore. Oh, we should run the armor number first. So this is right here. For precinct.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
It's a bit too early. It is 8 a.m. I'm done with the radio for now.
57.
In the cabin, you see...
Bit too early to do that. I was hoping Kim would tell us some more stuff after taking the body. Seems we are just back here.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Seleng didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another honest lorryman's job. You know...
This guy's been a scumbag.
I don't think you're as down with our fight as you'd like me to believe, brother. Why is the saffron man still there? Talk to him. I don't know anything.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
La Puta Madre.
Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod. Is Kim gonna say something then?
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
So we're talking about the crime boss, La Puta Madre.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Saying nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
72%. Occidental Alliance, Kim's Bluff. Saw you snooping cabin. So this dice set pops up a bit. 72%. Half-Light 2. Might be able to crank that up a bit. That's minus Half-Light. I think that's all we've got. Oh yeah, here we go.
Hello, compatriot.
83.
You have something to discuss?
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry, where is it? Oh, we're grabbing him. Hands on.
I told you, I'm not gonna...
Hands on.
There.
The shakedown.
His voice grows smaller as yours.
Whoa, there's a lot of swearing here. Some of these seem... We've got the I'm going to fuck you for the rest of your life, you understand? It's a bit basic. This one, we can threaten his lorry. I've been to your lorry. I know where it is. I'm going to burn it down, you hear me? I doubt he'd believe that we would do that. What's your name, fuckhead? I'm going to go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
He didn't like us using the crime boss, the Madre.
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and
green
acts
lorry?
like a big shot. Some dyke, probably.
Rude.
I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
I could ask him for a smoke after all of that tension.
I salute you, compatriot. Defenders of the Evening Lands have to stick together. Light up, brother. Ward of those jungle spirits.
There's a little break in the tone of conversation there.
Cigarettes are a tool. Equip them in your health slot in your inventory.
We do have a ciggy now. Do we have a lighter? If we need that at some point, we'll keep it in. Remember, we've got this temporary boost to intellect and physique now. In the pocket, if we need them. Alright, we got some info from the guy. It does help to talk to people again later on down the track. That big guy probably hates us now. Actually hand in these bajillion bottles
The
we've picked
tear
up.
machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Should be a few, Rael.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
350, got 350.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really...
To the left of some croissants and juice bottles, you see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf. One is missing, the one you legally purchased. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Physique morale, yeah. We've already got a few supplies. I thought there were more cloves or something to buy here. guess those were in other places. No idea how to... The whirling secret passages. I imagine that's the blue door in the kitchen area with that dude who doesn't speak our language. A lot of these things I don't actually know how to do. What do we know how to do? Alright, sing karaoke. We need a sad song on tape. We just picked up a... an empty cassette case. So I assume if we find a tape, maybe now we can put it in there. But I don't know where that is. Hey, you're done. Thank you, thank you. Backtracking through the journal right now. I need to get a sad song on tape. Looking at what we can do. We've just started a new day. We've got a few things to do. Karaoke. Sad song on tape. I'm not sure where we get that. Not sure about the secret passage. Not sure about that. Or that. No idea where my badge is or my gun. The rest of the armor. Ooh, we can ask Kuno. Oh god, I hate talking to Kuno. I guess we should do that. Let's just go through it in order. And talk to people again as we go through. We've got so much more new information and so much has happened now that there's a bunch of different dialogue with everyone. I think you've played this a bit before, haven't you? I don't know if you talk to this kid, but this kid's horrible. Some of the language in this game is very Monka-esque. Especially with these fucking kids. Get out of the way, Kim. Standing right in front. This kid sucks.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
Just so we know. Yeah, well, I made the mistake of running all around the place before I actually went here and went to this area, which I think you probably meant to go to sort of straight away. Sort of tells you to go to where the body is with these kids. I probably played over 5 hours of it before I actually went over here as well. These kids suck.
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Use Kuno words. Oh no. Oh my god, look at all of the... Some of this stuff has stuff I don't want to read out loud. Now, do we play along with the kid? What did we need his help for again? For the rest of the armor. Sometimes you've got to play along with all the racists and the bigots to sort of get them on your side to get info out of them, and you can screw them over later, but there's been a few points where who just like straight up's like, yes, I am very racist. And you got to turn to Kim and be like, I'm not actually racist. I'm just pretending. Oh yeah, kids. But don't you mean desert Kipt? Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonort.
Well, my empathy's not great. 17. Well, that's always been there anyway, has it? I wanted to ask about the body.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, kid.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
The big guy at the gates.
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Yeah, Manana. Everybody's talking about Manana.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, it's weird for him to actually cooperate with us. And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Oh, all of the above? There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Apparently I've settled this before.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't...
Does Kim have something to say?
Yes?
Doesn't seem so. Alright, well we need to talk to this Manana a fair bit anyway. A lot of people have talked about this guy. Still never been like up here, have we? Stuffed if I know how. It's something to do with that door. Those thoughts disappear too fast if you're running around. Speaking of, 34 minutes. We're thinking about Mazovian socioeconomics. Whatever the f that means.
Right to work!
The harbour gates. Ask the Jolly Mask about the armor. Where's... This isn't the harbour gates, is it? Harbour gates. Maybe that's on the other side now that we can get access to there. We've got access to a whole new area now, so maybe we should just go there and have a look around.
You'll raise the sand.
That's a measurehead. We talked about this Manana a lot. I don't know if we've run into him.
So,
oh,
how'd you like our harbor?
It's him. Yeah, we talked to this guy like right at the start of the game. We haven't talked to him for ages. How'd you like our harbor? Call me Manana.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor Utopia. It was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everard said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. Everybody's winking at us.
I got that key right here.
Cool.
And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in, this jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this person? Oh, sorry, about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Kuno told me you're supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs, then. But I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all, then. That's less work for you, at least.
Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
So Kuno used us to, what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Thank you for the cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes? Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
I'll just let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
At least you got the benefits. That's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people, or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
The boss man, Evrard. What can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail, anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That desk seemed lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
Sounds like you're a communist who thinks he isn't doing enough to call himself one.
See, I am primarily a lazy person.
I feel that. He looks very amused, as if thinking about some private joke or mystery.
No doubt he's communist enough to call himself such, but he won't.
Why is that?
He likely believes that when someone has radical ideas, he should still rather present himself as a self-interested moderate, not as a missionary of a minority ideology.
That's a strange way to go about it.
It might come in handy to present ideas as a part of reality, the only reality that exists, instead of some abstract true form. On the other hand, he's not lying when performing this sleight of hand. He's a self-interested moderate.
Basically, you're a self-interested moderate?
That's one way to call it, friend. An unnecessarily complicated way.
Laziness, self-interest, and negligence certainly fit the doctrine espoused here.
Is it the dulcet tone of ultra-liberalism I hear?
At least some people are willing to make the necessary sacrifices in order to reach higher and to better the world.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool.
Good lord.
That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Yeah, so breaking that down in layman terms a bit, some of these sentences I'm trying to pay attention, I'm trying to follow along. Good lord. Maybe I'm a boyadero? It doesn't sound that cool. It sounds antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Good talk. Damn, commie. We got a key somewhere, didn't we? We've got a few new places to explore now. It's past 9. I wonder if we got any results yet on our armor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57, over and out.
In the cabin, you
I'm guessing the key was with this door back here. There's been that lady smoking up on the roof the whole time, every day. Just 24/7 standing on that roof smoking. Clearly we're meant to go and talk to her at some point.
You see a heavy steel door. The coal bolt, it leads to the door does.
Key to basement apartment. Oh, they said it was accessible around the back or something, didn't they? Is it something about the greenhouse around the back? Oh, that door that we were meant to open, isn't it? Oh, that's right. I don't know if I want to. You said just to open the door and leave it opened. I don't know if I want to do what that guy says, though. I don't know about actually if we can go in there.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Lion's head. Carefully knock?
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Lieutenant, what is your opinion of this task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Evrard? That's an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
Dude, let's lie.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
No, I'm not doing what that
Besides,
Everard says.
If you never open it, you're never going to find out what's behind the door.
I do really want to know what's behind the door.
I don't know. You're a pretty good liar. Are you as good an infiltrator as you are a liar?
I'm not going to touch it.
Mazovian socio-economics.
Oh my god. Cool. The art's really cool on these days.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Cool. What actual is this going to give us, though? Wow. Dude, that sucks. -1 visual calculus, -1 authority. That's not good. Left wing dialogue options give 4 XP. We can get XP from that. Oh, dude, that's balls, though. Because I need to use a skill point to forget it if I want my visual calc and authority back. I do like my visual calculus and my authority. Those are 2 good stats. So leave it for now, I guess. I'm not going to touch that door. We're just going to lie to Everard. Let's go and mess with this water lever thing. We should be able to do now. There are always these people here. Can't talk to them.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among the
700 real for a streetlight.
You see rows of toy soldiers guard. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
We could buy a boombox.
Top of the morning to you. How may I be of service?
I guess most of the clothes were from that guy. People out on the street, weren't they? Buying clothes would be tempting, but we still can't even afford the hotel for tonight, so probably shouldn't go spending too much money anyway. Let's poke this thing. Should work now.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Look at it go. Cool. New area. It's pretty obvious where they sort of time gate you on some of this progression, though. Like, straight up, you can't go here till Wednesday. Maybe there's something cool over here.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now.
Oh, really?
I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Oh, he's kind of telling us to not?
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Oh, I suppose, but I want to know what's over there. Quick look. Kim's pretty strongly suggesting that we should try to wrap up what we've been doing already before going over here. Look at all this new area, though. Steal some mag. sign says no entry. It's got an inverted star on it. We've seen those before. We need to make sure we get to that smoking man at 9:30 exactly as well. Break a box to the radio pylon above you. There's the destroyed motor car. This is a whole area, isn't it? Maybe we should stay focused on the task we have. We do have so many tasks and things to do. Time will push on. So we should go for our journal and just do whatever we know to do. If we get stuck on anything, then we can head over there. We could go light at Everard now. Don't like us being down on authority now.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Expensive. Should we buy itchy pants in case we want some half light?
Keep browsing those.
I think that matters too much. We wanted to threaten people. We still need to talk to Titus again, I guess. Establish authority. So it's starting to get all over the place now.
Looks like the circus left town.
I already talked to this guy again.
The clowns are still here.
Not this. 3%. I don't think that's going to happen, yo. My authority is very low now, especially since we fought that bad fort. I think adding a point or two isn't going to change that too much. Don't have anything. We can walk straight through now, can't we? Yeah, we can get around here. It's going to go the long way. I forgot we've got access now. Scoot up here and go for the door. Bottle.
This is the...
Mister. I knew no trouble at all, mister.
Back to this guy then, I guess.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Really? How bizarre. Him in his chair. Lie. I opened the door to your weasel's den.
Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
Failed to hide your panic. Took the key from Manana. Drama high 72%. We're gonna roll this.
Good. Now take it a bit further. Take it home.
Not only did I open it, I went inside too. It was a real weasel's den, Everett.
I bet it was, Harry. But seriously, what did you see in his apartment?
A guy who has antagonized the Union in a Union-run town. Maybe it's political.
I saw a lot of anti-socialist, anti-union stuff. Pamphlets saying, get the unions in check.
That's exactly what I thought, Harry. What a weasel. And for the record, I was only curious, not testing you.
He was testing you. You succeeded.
Thank you, Harry. You have shown me that the Barders Union and the Citizens Militia can indeed work together. Now, let's cut down to brass tacks.
We just lied our ass off to this guy. This guy's a scumbag though, and if he's getting us to do tasks, there must be like some bad reason. Was he really just testing us? Either way, I guess we got through that.
It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
This is a bit more on track of the actual task at hand. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant? Dude, let's ask it.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Hanging out. Negotiator. Even their own negotiator couldn't control Joyce.
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
He doesn't even respond to Kim.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Hey, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Just a tad?
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
So Titus Hardy, that's that dude in the cafe area that we talked to, leader of this peacekeeping faction. Yeah, those guys. Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast. I mean, that guy also admitted to it. It seems too simple that everybody's just saying that they did it. 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
You mentioned a lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
He slams his fist on the desk.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Krenel this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
He's betting on them being useless to you.
Everard, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Cool. Well, this is a big lead. Like, we've got so many quests and things, but I think a bunch of it's just for like gear or loot or items or stats, experience. This seems to be what we want to be doing for our main lead.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
I don't want to take stuff from this guy. Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help. He keeps trying to give us money. I'm not taking his shit. I'm not doing his jobs. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left? So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm not a man of the left. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. Maybe just this is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. 3 or 4, maybe we'll just say, what's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Is this going to be that area where we were at before? Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal.
Yeah.
There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
He does? This dude seems so sus. I haven't really been believing anything this guy says. Well, we'll ask Kim. Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now.
That's good. We didn't go running around there, then we had to come back here, and now we've actually got a quest to go over there.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then, I'll know you're a solid socialist.
What if I immediately just said it now? I mailed the signatures you asked me to get in the same conversation after he just told us to do that. Can we go over a few details concerning the murder?
Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry.
It's given us a thing to do, but we can just lie again. I do like lying to this guy, because I'm pretty sure everything he's saying is just lying to us as well. What was that one thing? I'm going to do a hard save and try to just lie to him now. See what happens. Because I'm not sure if, like, I need to wait for some time to pass. You just be like, dude, it's been 2 minutes. There's no physical way you could have gone over there, done that, posted it, come back.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always.
I mailed the signatures you asked me.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, Let me know when it's done.
It's not gonna be easy this time.
It's not going to be as easy this time. Alright.
By all means, Harry.
We may have angered him by doing that. That could come back to bite us. But I'm also of the general opinion of fuck that guy. Should strong arm him. Off we go. Off to the shore. Exactly was it again? The other was down here, wasn't it? Boom, boom, boom. It's like we've heard this music so much now, but it's banging. What a tune. Alright, well, while we're here, we'll have a good look around. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. I don't know how to spend skill points now. I want to unlearn this, to be honest, but I could just put a point in authority instead. So those two are really good stats. I don't like those being minus, but I could just put one in authority. Oh, we wanted that interfacing, didn't we, to try to... This is the mirror. Not really sure what that will accomplish. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Music collection? Smallest church in St. Sol's? Is this a sad song?
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal-reel at hand. But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
The boombox thing. So I've got this empty cassette case and a tape.
There's no way, but even just holding it.
I probably need to buy the boombox before I can do anything. I don't think I can just combine them this way, can I? I can't put them in my hand. If we wanted to do the sad song karaoke bit, I think it costs it was like 14 or something for the
rust peels off the bent iron
boombox,
posts
wasn't it?
of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
What happened here?
In this yard?
The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of grey swallows takes off in the distance.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's a block obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
So this part of the coast is a block obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least they left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jam Rock Shuffle.
A weary smile. The Jam Rock... I love the Jam Rock Shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging.
Yeah.
Just an observation.
The smile, he knows. He's used to it at this point.
I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland. At least in this phase of the investigation.
I'll pick those up. There's tire marks from his vehicle. Look at these footsteps. Can I not see those? Cranking up. Do you reckon if we cranked up perception, there'll be more around? Perception's pretty good. Maybe we should put a point in that. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Bird! Oh, look at these characters. Cinder blocks charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Well, here's a bunch of people. It's probably going to be a lot of dialogue. I might do a real quick break. Go to kitchen. Basically cycle fluids. How do I get over there? Can I get over there? Once we get over there, I'll take a quick break before we start talking to these guys. Pants. +1 to the kingdom of conscience. Enter his solary trousers. You see dust-covered linens. Dried tulips on a bed. Quick travel unlocked. Do we acquire a copy of the city map? I haven't even seen or heard of a chance to do that, have I? White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. A wetting stone. Well worn, covered in rust. There's lots of people over here. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. This is a big area. There's lots to explore over here. So I'm going to do, before we get into it, I'm going to do a BRB now, I guess.